In the exam, they expect you to be able to explain evaporation, condensation, conduction and convection in a scientific method. We can all talk about evaporation, condensation and conduction in a sort of general way, but you need to prove that you understand the science behind it, and the way you show that you know the science behind it is by using scientific words and ideas. So let's zoom into evaporation. In evaporation, you have a liquid and it turns into a gas. You can see that this green container is holding some water at the bottom, and some faster moving particles are leaving at the top. And basically those are fastest moving particles escape. Slower ones are left behind. Now, because the fastest ones have escaped, the average kinetic energy of the particles in the liquid is less. So therefore the liquid feels cooler. Okay, and in fact it is cooler. And this is the basis of fridges, for example. How can you increase evaporation? You can increase evaporation by warming the environment around there, because obviously heat energy will then cause particles to move faster. By spreading out the particles, increasing the surface area, you can increase evaporation. And by blowing over the liquid. By blowing over the liquid, you give the particles at the surface a bit more kinetic energy to be able to escape as well. Plus you clear away any potential particles that may rejoin the liquid. So that's the good thing about blowing over the liquid, is you blow away all those little water particles that have evaporated, so they don't go back into the liquid. Condensation, which is the opposite, is the idea of a gas turning into a liquid. And again, you need to explain that that is all about particles. So gas particles are moving quickly. They hit a cold mirror, and as they hit a cold mirror, they pass on some of that energy to the cold mirror. That means that they lose energy and turn back into a liquid form. And the mirror then, or window, warms up, by the way, and you end up with little drops of water all on it. How can you increase condensation? Well, obviously the colder you make the surface, the quicker things will condense. And it should say condensation there. The cooler, the faster condensation. And obviously, the more particles you have, in the room, the faster it will condense as well. More particles hitting the surface will means that obviously they'll be cooling down a lot quicker. Right, and conduction you need to explain in terms of solids. Now, conduction is the process of heat travelling largely in solids. A little bit does happen in gases and liquids, a very, very small amount, but it's mostly in solids. Okay, so let's imagine we have a flame there heating this bottom left-hand corner. Those circles there represent atoms inside a metal bar, and obviously the atom nearest the flame is getting a lot of energy, and it is gaining a lot of energy. It's vibrating the most, and it knocks into the one next to it, and that knocks into the next one. It's almost like a bit of a chain where they bash into each other. So the one that's been heated the most vibrates more, it knocks into neighbouring particles, and we call this, by the way, lattice vibration. All the atoms are held in position by strong bonds, and they just simply keep vibrating, and they all start, eventually they all vibrate, and that is how heat energy travels through it. It is actually a slow process. It's not particularly efficient. Metals are able to conduct heat very, very well, because not only do they have lattice vibration, but more importantly, they have these things called free electrons that are able to move around and carry energy from one end of the bar to the other end of the bar very, very quickly. The black circles are metal ions. They're basically the nuclei and outer electron shells of atoms. They have a positive charge, and they're held together in this lattice structure. In other words, they've got fixed positions, they're vibrating ever so slightly. But what actually happens is that when the electrons go to the hot end, they pick up energy and they travel very quickly all over the bar. But when they reach the colder end of the bar, they hit those metal ions and cause them to vibrate a lot quicker. So free electrons carry the heat energy really, really well. And in metals, the lattice vibration is too slow. It's all done by these free electrons. Convection is quite is a bit more complicated, so I'm giving that a video all to itself. And there you go. That's how kinetic theory explains evaporation, condensation, conduction in metals and in non-metals.